You met someone good. They are consistent, they are kind, they do not play games. They say what they mean and they follow through. By every measure, this is exactly what you said you wanted. So why does something feel off? Why does your body not fully relax around them? Why do you keep waiting for the other shoe to drop? Why does a part of you feel more alive thinking about someone who treated you badly than sitting across from someone who actually shows up? This is not bad taste. This is not self-sabotage in the way people casually throw that word around. This is your nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do. And once you understand what that training was, you can start to undo it. Chapter 1. The definition of love. Your nervous system learned. Here is the core problem and the beginning of the solution. Your nervous system did not learn what love is from a dictionary, it learned from experience. Specifically from your earliest and most repeated relational experiences. Whatever feelings were present in those relationships consistently, your brain filed under the category of love and connection. If those relationships were warm but unpredictable, your nervous system learned that love comes with uncertainty. If they were intense and sometimes painful, your brain learned that intensity means depth. If affection was something you had to earn, your system learned that you have to work for love or it is not real. So when someone shows up and simply loves you, steadily, without conditions, without the familiar anxiety, your brain does not recognize it. It does not match the file. And what does not match the file gets flagged as wrong. The solution starts here, not with finding a better partner, not with pushing yourself to feel something you do not feel, but with recognizing that what feels wrong is simply unfamiliar. Those are not the same thing. Unfamiliar can be learned. Wrong is final. And this is not wrong. Chapter 2. Why calm feels like a warning sign. Here's what's happening in the body. Stephen Porges, through his polyvagal theory, explains that the nervous system is always scanning the environment for cues of safety or danger. In people who grew up in emotionally unpredictable environments, this scanning system becomes hypersensitive. It is always on, always looking for the threat. When you are around someone emotionally activating, someone who runs hot and cold, who keeps you guessing, that system is busy. It's doing its job. And a busy nervous system, in a strange way, feels like engagement. It feels like aliveness. When you are around someone stable, the threat scanner has nothing to work with, and instead of reading that as safety, a sensitized system reads it as suspicious, too quiet, too still. Something must be wrong that you're not seeing yet. This is why you feel more chemistry with people who make you anxious. The anxiety is familiar, the calm is not. You're not attracted to the person, you're attracted to the activation level.
Chapter 3. The brain science behind the pull. There is a neurochemical reason this is so hard to override. Helen Fisher's research on romantic attraction shows that intermittent reward cycles drive significantly higher dopamine release than consistent ones. Dopamine is the brain's anticipation chemical. It spikes hardest not when you get what you want, but when you are not sure whether you will get it. This is the same mechanism behind gambling. The slot machine does not pay out every time, and that is precisely why it is addictive. The intermittent reward keeps dopamine elevated in a way that a guaranteed reward never could. When someone treats you inconsistently, pulls away then comes back, is cold then suddenly warm, your dopamine system is fully engaged. It feels like passion. It feels like electricity. When someone is simply there, reliably and warmly, the dopamine does not spike the same way, and your brain, which has learned to associate that spike with love, concludes that this steady person must not be the one. They are not the problem, your brain's measurement system is. Chapter 4. How to retrain what feels right. You cannot force yourself to feel chemistry, but you can change what your nervous system learns to recognize as safe and desirable over time. The first step is slowing down your judgments. When you are with a stable person and something feels flat or off, do not immediately act on that feeling. Sit with it. Ask yourself honestly, is this person actually wrong for me, or does this just not match the pattern I am used to? Those are very different conclusions, and they require very different responses. The second step is building tolerance for calm. This sounds strange, but it is real work. If your nervous system has never been allowed to rest in a relationship, stillness will feel uncomfortable at first. You build tolerance the same way you build any capacity, through repeated, deliberate exposure. Let yourself stay in the calm moment instead of creating drama to break the tension. Notice the discomfort. Breathe through it. Let it pass without acting on it. The third step is tracking the evidence differently. Anxious and activated relationships feel intense, but look back at the actual record. Were your needs being met? Were you respected? Were you growing? Now look at the stable relationship. The evidence there is probably quieter but more substantial. Your nervous system is using the wrong scorecard. Intensity is not the same as value. Researcher and psychologist Mario Mikulincer found that securely attached people are better at reading relational evidence accurately under stress. The reason insecurely attached people misread it is not that they are less intelligent, it's that a dysregulated nervous system distorts perception. You cannot see the relationship clearly when your threat system is running the evaluation. Regulate first, then assess. Healthy love does not feel wrong because you're broken. It feels wrong because your nervous system built its map of love from the wrong terrain. The map is not you, it's just what you learned, and maps can be redrawn. Every time you stay present with someone safe, every time you choose not to manufacture distance, every time you let warmth land instead of deflecting it, you are laying down a new route. Slowly, the unfamiliar starts to feel possible, then tolerable, then, eventually, like exactly what you were looking for all along. Here's your challenge. Within the next 24 hours, the next time you are with someone safe and something feels flat or suspicious, do not act on that feeling immediately. Just pause. Write down one piece of actual evidence that this person is good for you, one concrete thing they did or said that a genuinely wrong person would not have done. Train your brain to look for the right data. Subscribe for the next video. This work continues there.